Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling match. I looked and I said, hey, what part of Brooklyn are you in?
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hung out in the farm.
Wait a minute. I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? It is I, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, and this is another Sunday Fun Day edition of Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. We don't have a guest today, but as you can see, we got a sponsor up there, BAMF. What's everybody
That's
doing
what I'm
today?
supposed to smoke today.
What?
He's gonna smoke one of his. It's okay.
I was too, but I'm smoking a Don Nieves Sentimentio El Guion cigar. So what's everybody up to? We got an hour and a half to talk about 6.5 hours of AEW, Saturday night's main event,
Well,
and NXT.
but then you also have to talk about Women's Evolution pay-per-view tonight. I'm actually smoking the
Street meat.
street meat from Sir Louis, the new drop.
El Guion.
This is the I guess a weird short torpedo 660. It's got a nice, like, sweet, nutty flavor to it on a cold draw.
Guys,
little
sorry
bit of-
for not myself
A
today.
little bit of coffee, slight espresso, slight creamy notes.
Sorry for my up and down self today because I caught COVID over the week. Still got it just a little bit.
Well, just because the test says that doesn't mean it's only a little bit. It's just that's all that was on there. It was a little bit.
Been out of work for a week. Started a new job on Monday. Been out of work since Tuesday. So cheers to another Sunday Fun Day. Let's get to talking. I watched the American Bash. Joey watched AEW, and then I went and watched AEW. So
Yes. Let me start. Let's start with
let's start with AEW.
let's start with a little bit about the cigars, because I feel like
We don't do that enough.
we do, but we don't. We don't cover it as much as we used to.
So I'm smoking. He was on our podcast.
I believe that's a couple of weeks ago he was on. I have to put it all
Alec
on Spotify.
Galan.
It's getting there.
Cigars, Don Nieves, Cementino.
That's the Toro box press size. It also
Yes.
comes in, and I believe that's the Habano. I think there's a Maduro version. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think this is the Habano version.
It also comes in a mini Perfecto. Now the street meat, if you guys don't know, is a drop from Sir Louis every month. Usually towards the end of the month, he drops it.
For y'all that don't know Sir Louis, y'all better get to know him.
I'm gonna try to get him on here to come hang out on a Sunday with us after the cigars come out. See if I can make that happen.
Well, he said he would.
Well, now he definitely will.
Because we've been ordering.
Because I've been ordering his street meats like crazy. Yeah, I ordered the 4-pack. I get 20 cigars.
Do we really want Sir Louis on our podcast?
Well, I get his cigars though from wherever he blends it. Absolutely, we do.
Do we want to have?
I mean, what do you guys think?
Let
know, us know.
That would be the most funniest podcast in the world.
I definitely want him on here. That's for sure.
Tell him what he said when you ordered the street meat and you won.
Well, no, he didn't say it. That's what he didn't say it. He didn't tell that to me. I told you that. But in each package, each time he sends them out, there's little street meat cars inside that have, prizes written on the back. You could win anywhere from, I believe, his merchandise to cigars, all the way up to an Ellie Blue cutter and lighter set. So there's that part that you can do as well.
Put the comments on. I don't know if anybody's on.
So I've ordered twice, 2 months in a row. The first
I'm going to be ordering in August. I'm going to get in trouble.
The first month I ordered I won 5 golden street meat footballs. I ordered this month and I won 5 Red Rockets. Now, the end of this month, when he orders for the next month, we'll see how many packs I order. I don't know yet. But I mean, I've been impressed so far from what I've smoked. I've been very impressed. And then I got them right as I got sick last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was now. Right as I got sick, and I think I had COVID, is when I got them, so I couldn't even enjoy them until the end of last week. So there's that. But I mean, this is probably one of my favorites out of the pack so far. I got the rest of this pack, and then I saved 2 more packs because I gotta let them sit. Just like I got 2 packs from last month in my humidor as well. But yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot I got a lot coming up. Next week we have Lampert cigars. Be on the lookout for some other stuff we're doing. Just sent out some stuff today. So we'll see about possibly being involved in some other stuff as well. It'll be interesting.
We're also going to be doing something with Puro's Music Podcast.
Yes. Now I gotta reach out to her again now that everything has calmed down again, and find out what's a good day to do something with her and have her on the show.
Sorry guys, I was sharing it out.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, there's a lot going on. Oh, actually, I could do this too. I forgot about these.
Oh yeah, he brought home some. He went shopping yesterday.
I went shopping yesterday. I picked up the Knuckle Sandwich Nicaraguan Puro, the Chef Special 2025, the Pork Tenderloin from Tatuaje,
the Missile,
and then the new Warhead.
Yes, the Warhead.
And then I picked up a small tin of cigars as well.
And shout out to everybody down in TPA today and this weekend. I heard it was really great. Sorry we missed it, but we all caught COVID.
That too.
So we will be there next year. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
So
Bet your bottom dollar on that.
I heard it went over good. Heard it went over great. I mean, it was.
Well, it's still
good.
going on. Today's the last day.
Today is the last day. You're right.
So, you know.
I will say, though, yesterday, the Warhead didn't disappoint.
I didn't smoke that yet.
The new Chef Special didn't disappoint. I haven't smoked the knuckle sandwich yet. I haven't smoked the pork tenderloin.
No.
And then.
Did you get my message? I don't think it's a pool day there. You can look outside.
I picked up these. They don't make these anymore. But just to show you guys, like that's not the lighting at all. I wonder if we should turn that other light on. You want to pop that other bulb in?
Sure. Can you do it? Because I got all this shit on me. Because we don't have a table.
We do. It's right there. No, yeah, that one.
Joey got it.
Oh, sorry.
You got
That's
to. There
close.
you go. The other one's over here.
Seems so dark.
There you go. That's better.
Oh,
Sorry,
there we
guys.
go. Wow,
It's that LED light that does it.
that's a lot better.
So what's everybody up to today? It's Sunday. It's kind of cloudy out, kind of fucked up. So, you know.
All right, there we go.
You know.
There we go. That's better. So just to show you guys.
Show them the wrapper that you showed me.
Well,
The one that you showed me that came off of that one, so you don't have to take it out. Where's the wrapper that you showed me?
it's over there. I got a picture for him. Don't worry.
It's about as yellow as the sign that says Big Dog and Vanilla Gorilla on it.
So this is just to give you guys kind of a glance at it. I'll upload the pictures to Instagram, but go check out the Instagram. The pictures will be there. The Instagram, the Facebook, they'll all be there. But the wrapper is super, super golden yellow, to the point of like the cigar was sticking to the wrapper inside. So
Wow, we've been on 15 minutes
I
already.
picked that up yesterday.
Holy sugar.
Yeah, did a little shopping yesterday. I went out. I got bored sitting at home.
Yeah, because I can't go out nowhere.
So
Haven't been out since Wednesday.
now there's a lot that's happened.
There's a lot to cover in the last 24 hours.
Well, and then you have tonight too.
That will cover next week.
But real quick, on a more somber note, a former NXT wrestler, which I knew already.
Yeah, Emmy Joe sent it to us.
I knew that yesterday.
I knew that the other day. Popped up on Friday.
Kevin Nichol was shot and killed. Former WWE wrestler. His name was Knuckles Madsen, independent pro wrestler. Former WWE wrestler was shot and killed on, I believe it was yesterday or Friday night.
Friday night.
Our condolences to him,
And
his
his family,
friends,
colleagues.
guys that have wrestled him, and you know, people who knew him. We want to extend our condolences here
Turnbuckles and Stogie's Pod.
to you guys, and you know, just hopefully they figure out what happened and the right person is brought to justice, whoever did it, because that's all everybody's looking for.
It's fucking world, man. Let me tell you.
I mean, I know I know that's not going to help the situation any.
It's not, but you know what?
But
Listen,
justice is what everybody's looking for to be served.
why the fuck can't America get along? I don't understand.
And I mean, let's be honest. Lately, there's been a lot of, wrestlers that have been lost and gone too soon, and in the last few years alone.
Correct.
So that's not something the wrestling community needs. Is another one gone.
This world.
On that note, guys, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll cover
what we can in the next hour and a half.
What went on this week.
Actually, in the next hour.
What you got, why you got it good. Always just a little misunderstood. But I never tried to change you, even when you're drunk all day. Every time you break, it breaks my heart. Watching you drown yourself and fall apart. You're killing yourself, and it's killing me to have to say. Though it hurts so much, 'cause I love you. You were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you would miss me. But I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. I've heard it only hurts 'cause you love so deep. Letting you go after all the cheap shots you take of me and Jameson. Your daddy don't help, no, he feeds you lies. And you're wondering why you can't sleep at night in the bed I made. Oh, I thought you were the one, 'cause you were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you would miss me. But I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. Oh, it hurts so much 'cause I love you. And you were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm and blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you would miss me. You and I would be
We are back. Your favorite podcast on a Sunday morning. Turnbuckles and Stogies. I am the host with the most, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, and it's happy fucking Sunday. You heard? Get that shit straight, bitches.
Now.
Sorry, guys, I'm busy.
Now. I'm going to pull this up so I get the matches right. But AEW All In was last night.
6.5 hours.
Yeah, 6.5 hours. No, 6 hours. Actually, if you include the buy-in, it was 8 hours. The buy-in started at 1. Then the actual main show started at 3, went till 9 o'clock. And there was a lot that happened. So, on the pre-show, you had the Sons of Texas, which was Dustin Rhodes, the Von Erich brothers, and Sammy Guevara, with Kevin Von Erich defeated Shane Taylor Promotions in an 8-man tag match. That went 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Then you had Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration with Big Justice and the Rizzler defeated the Don Callis family in an 8-man tag match. That went 12 minutes and 45 seconds. FTR defeated the Outrunners in a tag team match in the pre-show as well in 16 minutes and 10 seconds. That was just the pre-show.
Yes, that was.
The pre-show was actually very good. I watched it. But I was also getting set up to sit outside to have my cigars and lock in for the entire show so I could talk about it today to you guys. Now, the main card kicked off with the Ops, which was Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe, who were the champions, defeating the Death Riders, which was Claudio, Yuta, and Gabe Kidd. That went 15 minutes. That was a great start to a show. In my opinion, I think it was great. It told the story. From start to finish, it told the story. They took Samoa Joe out. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I don't know if Hook comes back, takes his place. I don't know. But the Ops retain the belts, and they're still the Trios Tag Team Champions.
Yes, they are.
The next match was the Casino Gauntlet match, the men's Casino Gauntlet match for a future AEW World Championship. That kicked off with MJF and Mark Briscoe. Then you had Roderick Strong. You had, I believe, Kyle O'Reilly might have been it. No, Roderick Strong. There was so many in that match. I don't even know who was in that match, to be honest with you, because there were so many of them. Not because it wasn't a good match. There was just too many people to name. Ricochet, Roderick Strong, MJF. Let me see if it pulls it up for me. Let me see if I can pull it up. And it'll give me, it's not going to give me the entrance. All right. So Max wins by pinfall. Max now holds a contract for a future AEW World Championship match. That match went 40 minutes long. I enjoyed that match. They kicked it off with Mark Briscoe and Max because of the way the entrance went. Then you had Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, Ricochet, Roderick Strong. I'm missing a couple in there. But that match was, again, this whole card to me was probably one of the best cards I've seen in a long time. Well, no, not a long time. This is one of the best cards AEW's put on.
And they sold out the
And
arena,
it's not one they've put on in a long time. It's just one of the best cards they've put on in their history.
And they sold out the arena.
They've had a lot of those lately, which is great. The next match, before the next match came on, Adam Cole came out and relinquished the TNT title belt. He's got some health issues. He's going to be gone for a while. We all hope it's not his final goodbye. Well wishes to Adam Cole. Get better in your recovery. Come back soon. We're going to miss you. Now we get into the match. Actually, before he walks out of the ring, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong are there with him. And Adam Cole, for one last time before he leaves, gets the crowd to hit his Adam Cole, baby. And then he thanks the crowd. He walks out of the ring. They all cry going up the ramp. And as he turns around one last time, he gets the boom from his entrance, from the crowd. And then Daniel Garcia comes out, hugs Adam Cole. If you read lips, he thanks him for everything, tells him he meant a lot to him. He hopes he gets better. Shakes Matt Menard's hand. They embrace. And then Adam Cole goes, and out comes Danny.
Right.
Now, you had Danny Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, the Proto Star, Sammy Guevara, and however you want to call it, the last ride, the whatever you want to call him, but we all call him the Nightmare, or not the Nightmare, sorry, the Natural. The Natural, Dustin Rhodes, comes out, and you now have a 4-way match for the TNT title. And that match goes just under 16 minutes. And the hometown boy finally achieved a world title win in AEW. And Dustin Rhodes is now the TNT champion, and he can call himself a champion in AEW. And I mean, it was about time he was ready to get his spot
Yes.
as a champion AEW. He needed his spot.
Yes.
He already holds the 6-man titles with the Von Erich brothers and the tag team champions in Ring of Honor as well with Sammy. And now you can call him Dustin Three Belts in his home state from,
That's what he
was
said.
it, 20 minutes up the road.
He said, now, and then they asked him, how do you feel? He goes, my knees hurt, but I'm going to live with it. I'm going to go home and sleep in my own bed.
And then he said, they asked him how he felt about winning the TNT title. He said, and Tony looked at me when he put me in the match and said, Dustin, it's your turn to step up. He said, and that's what I did. I stepped up. I went up to the plate. He said, and I took a home run. And, I'm just soaking it all in. And then that's when they asked him the question of how does he feel? And he said, it's still a surreal moment. He's still processing it. But to win it at home in Texas was huge for him.
Right.
And I still think the best part of that whole thing is his Ring of Honor 6-man belts are him and the Von Erichs together.
Right.
Who would have ever thought in 2025 you'd see a Rhodes and Von Erichs on the same team holding titles together?
Right. Right.
That's something that's unheard of. And actually, as well, in the press conference, to kind of keep with the same thing,
right,
his nephews went to his sister and told them that they wanted to be the Rhodes brothers. And Dustin said, we're still holding on to that name. When they're ready for it, if they want to ever use it, when they're ready to use it. However, they don't want to do it now, or his sister didn't want him to do it right now. But whenever they're ready for it, he said it's theirs to use.
Well, them and the Von Erichs, boy, let me tell you, they showed up in full force, especially Kevin. Kevin showed up and put the Iron Claw, baby. He is now all elite, baby.
He's got an all elite Legends contract. So hopefully
you'll see the new figures coming out.
You'll get some Kevin Von Erich AEW, Jazzwares, Luminary figures. There's a possibility of a David Von Erich figure, maybe
Right.
even a Fritz. I don't know how the Legends deal works. I don't know if it's, they can, because they can't use Kerry.
Well, they can use any Von Erich they want.
No, they can't, because Kerry has a Legends deal still, I believe, with WWE, because they keep putting out Kerry Von Erich figures.
Right, but the thing is, they own the Von Erich name.
Well, you have
So
to. That's where
and
the
Kevin-
technicality comes in, because they own the Texas Tornado likeness.
Correct.
They own the Kerry Von Erich likeness because of the figure contract. So I don't know how that's going to work. It's a possibility, but I could definitely see a Kevin Von Erich, possibly a Fritz, possibly David. The guys that, really, if you think about it,
It was Kerry,
Kevin's never had a figure.
Kevin,
Kerry, Kevin, David, Fritz,
and I met Fritz when
And
I
Mike.
started my wrestling career.
But think about it, though.
Fritz was a great dude.
Think about it. Fritz had a figure, but it wasn't a good figure, if we're being honest. I seen it look like crap.
So now
Um,
let's move on to the next match, because we only got an hour left, and we got 8 hours of that, and
you still got
an hour of
Yep, and we still
American
got a few
Bash.
matches to talk about. Next was the tag team match that everybody was looking forward to, which was, one of them, which was Swerve and Will and the Young Bucks with the EVP titles on the line. There was two stipulations in that match. If Ospreay and Strickland lost, they couldn't challenge for the world title for 365 days from last night. But if the Young Bucks lost, they had to get stripped of their executive vice president titles.
which we already know that
It was 26
Tony
minutes
already
long was
controls
the
everything in the
match.
back.
That match actually was
Phenomenal.
fantastic. Again, this is another card that from top to bottom really was fantastic. It told every match had a story. They all told a strong story. And just they told a story and picked their spots, and everything made sense. It wasn't a typical pay-per-view like a lot of companies between indies and everybody else that was looking for high spot after high spot after high spot.
Right.
And to mention, Swerve came out to Jojo Offerman, Rotunda, because I think they were married, which is Bray Wyatt's widow, came out to her singing, and behind her, which was a class act, was Tony put the Fireflies on the screen, and if you paid attention, they formed his logo on the screen with the Fireflies behind her. That was awesome to see. So, a big shout out to Tony and Swerve and all them for making that happen, because that was big. That was her first appearance on a mainstream wrestling company since she got let go from WWE.
Yep.
Do
I think she's going to come back? Absolutely.
I don't know.
Do I think she may become a ring announcer? Possibility.
I don't see ring announcer. I see maybe play by maybe like a backstage person, but I don't think she wants it. But then again, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just my guess. That match though, between the Bucks entrance is always great. I'm not
when they came in on a boat,
whether they're a baby face, whether they're a heel or in betweeners, their entrances are always
when
top
they came
notch.
in on a boat. It was dope.
Their entrances are always top tier.
It was dope when they came in on that boat. I wasn't expecting.
Well, yeah, because they're the founding fathers.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of dope.
And I mean, that match was just a super kick fest after super kick fest, which was prompted at the time they used it, and then to end then they hit I think it was Matt with the House Call Hidden Blade combo, which was insane. That
was-
combination is sick.
They're going to be a great tag team if they didn't hurt him.
If they continue to be a tag team. If they continue to be a tag team when Will comes back like Joe, if they continue to be a tag team, because the Death Riders did the same thing
To Joe.
to
We'll
Will,
talk about
but
that
that's
when we get to
later
the
on
other
in the
thing.
show. But yeah, so like we touched on, when Will comes back, which we'll get into why that happened. If they do decide to run as a tag team, I'd say within the next, I want to say 6 months to a year,
Right,
you see them with the belts. But I don't even give it 6 months.
right.
Well, no, I give it about 6 months, if not a little less than that. And that's just forecasting out. But if they're gonna do it, they probably have them challenge. They'd have to run the tag team circuit for a little bit, and then earn the shot at the belts. And then I see Hurt Syndicate in them, and then I could see them beating the Hurt Syndicate.
I can see that.
I could see that.
Especially with my brother Nana.
I could see them beating
I'm
the
going to go
Hurt
get some
Syndicate.
coffee right now. I'll be right back.
If it's not the Hurt Syndicate they beat, I could see them beating FTR. Next was, again, and I'm not saying it to be biased, I would say probably most of the matches last night were 5-star matches.
Right.
And I'm not being biased. I would say that about WWE, about TNA, I would say that about any company if it was warranted.
Right.
The TNT title match, I think, gets 5 stars, not only because of the match, but just based on the ending of who wins, and Tony knew what was right. And, in my opinion, again, everybody has a different opinion. I'm allowed to say what I want. This is my platform. I can give you my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but that's okay. But yeah, I definitely think that this show, if anybody was going to rate it, if not 5 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
They're going to find some reason.
They're going to find some reason. They're
to
going
not give it a 5-star.
First
match.
of all, let's go back to them saying that AEW has not sold out a stadium. AEW just sold out a stadium.
And let's be honest, and people are going to hate me for it, whether I say it or
The
not.
WWE don't sell out because the prices are too high
anymore because ticket prices are extremely high. So let's just get that out of the way now. When they sell out stadiums, it's usually a big show. But it's also got to be a loaded card, from my opinion, for a lot of companies.
Correct.
This card was a loaded card. But AEW also has gotten smart, and they don't run big arena shows every week.
No, sir.
They run smaller arenas like the Manhattan Center Ballroom, like the Hammerstein. In August, they have a residency coming up.
And that's in
the most famous arena. And again,
the Garden.
No, well, okay. It's the most second famous arena.
Where's that?
In the Northeast. Besides the Boston Garden, besides the actual Meccas, smaller venues, it's got to be probably the first, if not the second, most famous venue in the Northeast for smaller venues. A lot of people would have called it a bingo hall.
Oh, ECW Arena.
They have a residency coming up at the 2300 Arena from August to September.
Hey,
they
we
got
were
like
there.
A 4-month residency.
We were there.
Yes, we were. They got like a 4-week residency in Philly. Dynamite, Collision. So they're going to be stationary for a little while. And this is where I say they're kind of smarter in a way because they're running the smaller arena shows.
Correct.
The big arenas are great. I mean, don't get me wrong, WWE does sell a lot of tickets for bigger arenas. I think personally, the business is on track to start selling out big arena shows every week again. But I think the smaller venues are what works, what builds the company back to have that. If they go to a you know, the arena in Philly where the NBA stars go, where the NBA team plays, if they go to the Garden, if they go to the TD Garden in Boston, that's where you start gaining your traction again, is by doing the smaller arenas.
Right.
But anybody that wants to go, they are going to be in Philly for I can't tell you how many weeks. It's all over. But now back to what I was talking about beforehand. But I just put that out there for everybody to know. Next was the women's casino gauntlet match, which you had Athena, Megan Bain, Ty Mello, Chris Statlander, Willow, Alex Winter, Mina Shirakawa, Shara, another girl from Japan. I feel like I'm missing one, maybe two at most. There was too many. And then you had Tekla was another one. Then you had Athena, who won. She now, not only is she the ROH, I believe, TV champ or women's champ. She is now a contract holder for a future world title match in AEW. That's going to be interesting. I'm curious. I mean, she definitely can hold it. That's for sure. So we'll see. Then after that was the first of your three big main events. And that was the three-way tag team match for the AEW World Championships. The Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed versus the Patriarchy. Obviously, we all know the Hurt Syndicate won. But that match was awesome. That was a great match. Fucking loved it. Probably one of my favorite tag team matches I've seen in a long time. Or not a long time, but one of my favorite matches I've seen recently. And then, after the match, FTR came in the ring to, I guess, beat up the Patriarchy or beat up Christian, whatever. And they get in the ring. They shake hands with the Patriarchy, or try to shake hands with the Patriarchy, which was Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Christian tells them, let's go. Come on, let's go. Christian turns around. And as he goes to get out of the ring, Nick Wayne grabs him from behind.
Pulls him back in.
I think he might have even Germaned him down to the floor. Germaned him into the ring. And the Patriarchy officially is broken up. And then Kip slides a chair into the ring. Or the chair was already in the ring. He slides another one in. After Nick Wayne just kind of sits there and realizes what he did, that he finally took over. They slide a chair under Christian's head. They give Nick Wayne the other chair. And as Nick Wayne stands just like this, chair goes up. And I called it I said it right before it happened.
Yes, you did.
I said there's only one person that Christian can trust in this situation. And sure enough, as Nick goes to raise the chair, you hear, "So you think you know me?" And then the fine sounds of
Mr. Cope,
Alter Bridge. And out comes the rated R superstar Cope. And he hits the ring, he cleans house, beats everybody up. Christian looks at him. He drops Spike, comes out, pulls Christian up after he drops Spike, pulls the microphone out of his back pocket, and they had the side view where they had Christian looking at Adam, Edge, whatever you want to call him. He grabs the microphone, doesn't even look at him, and just tells Christian to go find yourself, and drops the mic and leaves. Now, what that tells me is there's a strong possibility. Well, no, that's a lie. It's going to happen when Christian comes back. Whether it's Wednesday, Saturday, next week, 2 weeks from now, you're going to see Christian and the Rated R Superstar Cope together as a tag team. And if not a tag team, at least friends again.
Correct.
Do I think it's going to be a tag team? Yeah, because something tells me it's going to be them versus Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian versus FTR. I have a feeling, and again, it's just, I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at that. I wouldn't mind that match.
Well, on that note, guys,
a good match.
We got to take a break, and we'll be right back. Check us out, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Clear it up.
Runs red, it runs
I have an idea.
Yo, what is up? What is up? We are back. Happy Sunday, mofos. We are back. I am the host with the most, the man with the legend, the myth, the man, the legend, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla. And this is your favorite podcast on the internet, on Spotify, Apple iTunes, YouTube,
iHeartRadio.
galaxies far away. I don't care where we are, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. So we're going to try. Listen, guys, we got a half hour left. We're going to try to cover
See, the thing
everything.
is these last three main events were...
We're probably not going to get to the WWE,
Which, by the way,
which was okay.
Anybody who wants to know what's going on, 6:30 tonight is the Evolution pay-per-view, all women's pay-per-view for WWE. You're gonna have the Battle Royal. You're gonna have the tag team titles on the line. I believe the world title might be on the line. Tiff might be wrestling for her belt.
Yes, she's wrestling Trish Stratus.
So there's so much going on tonight. So go watch that at 6:30. I know I'll be watching it.
And for all y'all that bet against Dustin, if I had the money, I would have put my paycheck.
So
I would have went to DraftKings and put over $500
Okay, so let me kind of
on Dustin Rhodes to win the fucking belt.
So let me talk about that quickly, and then I'll get back to what I was talking about with the pay-per-view. To be honest with you, I mean, I probably would have took the safe bet myself and put money on Kyle Fletcher.
Not me.
I would have, because you know what? He is...
First of all, you're in Dustin's hometown.
But at the same time...
He hasn't held that title.
Well, he hasn't held a lot of titles, but...
And now he's the world champion.
At the same time, Kyle Fletcher would have been the person that would have won
if Bebe was there.
Well, see, Kyle Fletcher, everybody thought he was going to win because of the push he's been getting, which again would have been a rightfully deserved win. Would have been a rightfully deserved win, and I can't say no.
I'm not saying no.
I can't say no because it would have been a rightfully deserved win for the belt, but he put the belt on Dustin because they were in Texas, but it was time that Dustin held an AEW
world champion.
So it's not a world champion. It's the TNT champion.
Same thing.
But like Dustin said, he's had a lot of TNT championships over the years.
He had a lot of shots.
That was it. He had a lot of shots to the belt and came up short. So rightfully, this was their way of, he came up short. He won it in his hometown or in his home state,
Correct.
20 minutes up the road. So again, I could see where putting money on Dustin Rhodes would have been the right way to do it.
Correct.
But at the same time, I could also see putting money on, I mean, really, you could have put money on any of those guys. Sammy's a former champion. Kyle Fletcher should have had the belt as well. Dustin, and then you had who else real quick? Who was it? I forget.
Guevara.
And Danny Garcia, who's a former TNT champion. So again, anybody could have took that. Now we're moving on to the three co-main events. You had Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes. That match was all right. It was good, but you know what it was? That match, the crowd was up high all night.
Right.
That match kind of brought them back down.
Right.
So you can't say it was a bad match because it was meant to not have all the high spots and the high intensity and everything else.
Right.
It told a story. I dropped my lighter.
So what match were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Tony and Mercedes.
That was a great match. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, a lot of kissing, a lot of pussy eating,
and a lot of people.
I'm just saying.
A lot of people also wouldn't have liked that match because it was such a slow-paced match and a slow build. But you got to look at it. The whole rest of that card had you all the way up top from start to finish, each match. So by this point, yes, the crowd was getting tired. I mean, God, they've been there at that point almost 4 hours, 5 hours.
Sure.
I think 4 hours.
Yes. Besides the meet and greets that started early.
So they've been in their seats for over 4 hours at this point. Well, no, actually, it would have been 5 or 6.
Correct.
Might even been 7. But either way, they were in their seats for a while at that point. So I get the crowd kind of went low. But that also wasn't on the performers because they told a hell of a story throughout that match.
Sure she did.
Obviously, Toni Storm won. But I don't see that being the last meeting between them.
Nah, I don't think so.
Then after that, for the first time ever on American soil, you had
Kenny
the
Omega
Rainmaker
and Kenny
versus
Omega.
Kenny Omega 3. They did 2 in Japan for the IWGP World title. I think was twice. And then on American soil for the first time in AEW in Texas at All In was Omega Okada 3. And again, that match delivered just like it would in Japan. They delivered just like they would in Japan. I wasn't even disappointed with that match. It was to unify the belts to be, it is now called the AEW Unified Champion, and Okada is the inaugural champ. So the International Championship and the Continental Belt are now no longer. They're unified into one belt under one name, the Unified Champion. That match was fucking awesome.
Well, now let me go to the press conference
And it
because
was,
I watched
it was, I think that match was good too because it was false finish. The end of it was like false finish after false finish after false finish, but it was, they hit them with everything in their arsenal that was a big move.
So now let me go to the press conference because I watched that. So Tony Khan said to Don Callis, he said, had this,
Don Calais.
he said, had this been the Continental rules, he said, Don, you would have been fired. He said, because there's no interference. He said, if you would have interfered in a match where it was Continental rules, you would have been fired on the spot. I would have had security take you out of the building. You would have no longer been part of AEW.
That also would have been a work, though. That wouldn't have even
No,
been
no,
real.
he said, the way it works in my company, if you interfere in a match where there's no interference, you're fired on the spot, and I'm not bringing you back.
Then they should fire 3/4 of the company.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying, if that's his rules, then 3/4 of the company should be fired. The Death Riders should all be fired.
I'm just saying what the man said.
I'm just telling
So
you.
let's go back to the next match because we only got like a half hour left.
I mean, this next match, all I can say is if you didn't watch it,
You're a fucking dummy.
you need to watch it because Hangman and Moxley in the Texas Death Match absolutely delivered in the main event.
So now I'm gonna cut you off real
it
fast
delivered
because I was
in the
watching.
main event.
I follow John Moxley and Renee on TikTok.
Are you talking about when they were riding in the car to the building?
So they're driving to the building.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So they're driving to the building, and she's going on and on and on about, is this something you want to do? Is this what you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. He goes, of course.
And then when she said
And when
Hangman's family not being there was a good decision.
he goes, that's the best decision he ever made.
So somebody said, because I saw that they said Renee is slightly involved in it without actually being involved by saying that.
Correct.
But again, she's just making statements as an interviewer would on the way to a show.
Correct.
So that's also what she's doing.
So he said, she said to him, what about your family? He goes, I'm coming home. He goes, I'm coming home. He goes, I don't know about him, but I'm coming home. He goes, and then we're going to go to Disneyland. That was the greatest. He said, then we're going to go to Disney. That was the greatest classic move he could ever say. I fucking loved it. So now let's get to that. So Hangman had one of the greatest fucking entrances I've seen.
I didn't. I missed
Well,
that one because
let me go back a couple of matches. Joey missed it. So Will Ospreay. Everybody know Will is like the biggest signing AEW did. So when he came out to the old Rey Mysterio pop-up
So
from the
okay, so and he came out to like a video game gimmick, right?
he came out, he had ninjas on both sides of
Okay,
him.
so what he
And they
did
were doing the
is-
swords.
Okay, so he came out like Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
So what he did is
With the I want to say the
Yes.
bull or something on the front, the
the
wolf,
Billy Goat.
the wolf on the
The
front.
Billy Goat.
Yeah, sure.
That's what his nickname is, the Billy Goat.
Yeah,
The Billy Goat Will Ospreay, or his gimmick last night, which is what he always is introduced as since he came back to AEW, is the Aerial Assassin.
yes.
And that's where the Assassin's Creed comes in.
So I thought that was the best. But let's go back to the match because, like I said, we got a half hour.
Yeah,
We're gonna try to cover the rest of this and try to cover some of. The
I don't
best
think
of
we're
the
going
beach.
to cover it with all the stuff that went on in this match.
So let's get on to that.
So yeah, so I didn't see Hangman's entrance. I think I was grabbing a cigar, go to the bathroom, whatever I was doing.
But Hangman came out to a dope entrance,
And then Moxley came out in
a nice
almost
big
like
pickup
a-
truck.
yeah, but it was like an older, like rusty truck, which was kind of like
It was wrapped.
It might have not even been wrapped.
No, it was
might have
wrapped.
been
You could see the
purposely
shine.
wrapped.
You could see the shine on it. It was all wrapped.
But it was essentially
Had
along
the
the
two,
lines
exhaust
the
systems on the-
smokestacks.
2 smokestacks on the back.
it
It was
was-
fucking
So
dope.
the way he came out essentially like a like an old Texan to a shootout, but I
Right.
think it was more along the lines of like a. It's hard to describe.
Well,
but
I
like-
lived in Texas, so what he did when you show up to a fight in Texas and you're going to somebody else's land, you show up in a pickup truck and you jump off the back, and that's how they think that you are the man. But he wasn't the man, because I'm gonna tell you, the beating both of them took was fucking phenomenal. The glass, the spikes, the barbed wire, the chains, the chairs was fucking insane. When I tell you insane, and whoever crushed them bottles, you suck. You should have been fired last night.
Yeah,
Should have been fired last
So they
night.
crushed the bottles, but they didn't fully disintegrate them like they should have done, like crushed them. They left the necks of the bottles, which, you know what though?
So Mox had to do it.
I could see leaving the necks of the bottles because if you want that impact when you put somebody through it.
So Mox had to do it.
But I before that, I could see why. Because you want that impact, you want to see the glass shatter.
Right.
So you leave the neck of the bottle. I get that. But everything else was completely crushed down. So I don't know why the necks of the bottles weren't crushed down.
Right.
Either way, that's here nor there. There was broken glass, barbed wire tables, beds and nails, steel chairs.
So let's
regular
start out.
table-
Let's start out. It started with John Moxley throwing the Hangman into the corner and whipping out a fork. So that Hangman reversed it and he whipped out his own fork. And guess what he did? It wasn't kayfabed. He actually cut him open with the fork. He was profusely bleeding.
Yeah, he cut him open.
And then that's
He
how that
busted him the hard
all
way.
started. That's how that all
He
started.
busted him the hard way.
Then it went to the barbed wire when he went to throw him off the top of the rope.
Before that, though, I think it was before that.
No,
He put Marina through.
it wasn't before
So
that.
then it was after that.
It was
Okay.
after that. So
Again, there was
he put him.
so much that went on in that match.
So-
the sequence of events. Is a
So
little fucked
John
up.
went up on a rope to do something, and Hangman came up behind him. And as Hangman went to go flip him, John whipped out barbed wire and started scraping it across his
Yes.
back. And of course, Hangman fell. Then John got up. Then he told Marina for Chair to get the glass.
Yes.
She went underneath. She grabbed the glass. That's when he poured it in there. That's when John then proceeded to suplex him onto the glass.
No, he suplexed him off the top onto the table of barbed wire, the 2 tables of barbed wire.
Correct.
And
There was so much going on
there
there.
was, and it wasn't in a bad way. They told the story the way they did it. The way the sequence went, it was so hard to remember what happened where. But when they went through the tables, the one table didn't break until after Mox hit off of it. He bounced and then it broke. And Hangman just kind of slid across the barbed wire.
And then after that, they got back in the ring. And Hangman was laying there, and John turned to Marina and said, "Get me the briefcase, get me the briefcase, get me the briefcase." And guess what? As she went to get the briefcase, she got handcuffed. And I bet you don't know who was under there. Bet you don't know who was under there and handcuffed her. Can you tell me, Joe?
When he went,
Who's under there and handcuffed her?
Now, before that, you got to talk about the bed of nails that got brought in.
Oh, the bed of net.
Or
No,
railroad spike. No, that was before the belt. They brought that in because he was going to use the belt to hit Hangman and end it
with
before the 10.
bed of
Now there was
railroad
multiple times
spikes.
throughout that match, though, that that Hangman almost didn't answer that 10 count.
Correct.
Multiple times. There was at one point Hangman hit a dead eye off the apron and put Mox through the table, and that was it. That would have been it.
And it was at 9 2.5 quarters.
No, it was at when Marina pulled Mox up, it was 9 and 9.5 tenths.
So
Of
anyway,
a second left.
after the bed of spikes went in, that's when John turned to Marina and said, "Get me the belt." As she went over to get the belt,
Oh no! Well, no. The bed of nails got brought in.
right?
And Hangman wouldn't stay down, so Mox got the belt because he put Hangman through the. He put Hangman onto the bed of nails.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He DDT'd him onto the nails.
Oh, yes, he did. And Hangman still got up.
Hangman got up. Then he got the belt.
No, he didn't get the belt.
As she went to get the belt, this was kind of towards the ending of the match. So she goes to get the belt. As she reaches for the belt, she gets handcuffed.
And
Nana is
bet you don't know who came out.
This is after Will Ospreay came out and the Death Riders put a chair around his neck and Claudio jumped on it and basically crushed his esophagus.
Oh, and before we even get there, the big screen popped up.
No, that was after. That was
before.
That was so after Ospreay. This was right before
she got the belt.
She got put through the table. She got put through the table before got handcuffed. Then I believe it was after she went to get the belt. The big screen came up and the Death Riders were in the ring. And Darby popped up on the big screen and told Mox,
"I'm going to take everything you had."
He climbed to the top of Mount Everest, and now he's going to come back and take everything from him, or something to that effect.
And he came down.
No. You're missing a whole key part of that. As the big screen goes off, somebody in a Blue Panther mask comes in the ring.
Yes.
And
with a black shirt on.
Fucking absolutely.
Bet you don't know who that was.
Absolutely ape shit.
Bet you don't know who that was.
Hits him with a psycho knee and then rips the mask off. Everybody knew who it was. But you saw the on-screen AEW pay-per-view return in 7 months of the former champion, Bryan Danielson. Now, do I think he comes back and maybe does a couple of one-off matches? I don't know. But that's here nor there. He's beating up the Death Riders. And, I mean, he's beating them up, hitting everybody with everything. Then Darby repels from the ceiling, hits the apron, gets up, unhooks, hits the apron, jumps up to the turnbuckle, hits a big coffin drop
Yes, on
onto the
everybody.
Death Riders, gets up, that's in the ring. He hit Mox, laid out Mox, and then jumped out. Him and Brian clear out the Death Riders, chase them to the back. Marina gets the belt, gets handcuffed by Nana, and now we're at where Swerve comes out.
Swerve comes down with the
With
chain.
Hangman's
For
chain
all
that
y'all
he-
that don't know,
With Hangman's chain that he laid out in front of him on Dynamite,
on Thursday,
which was Collision. Sorry.
he laid it out on him on Thursday after they had their conversation. Laid out EVPs, stood there for 10 minutes, threw the chain in.
It wasn't 10 minutes.
Whatever.
He laid out the EVPs. He stood at the ring apron for a few extra minutes.
Okay. So threw it in there, looked at Hangman, gave the nod.
Hangman looked
at Swerve,
very confused, but
took the chain,
what he hit Moxley 4 or 5 times with
hit
it.
Moxley 4 or 5 times,
Tried to hang him.
Put him on the spike table.
Yeah, he tried to hang him when
He put him on a spike table, tried to hang him, couldn't hang him the first time, took him to the other side of the ring.
Well, that's when he hung him. No, so he couldn't hang him the first time. Then he landed. Then he threw him he hit him with a buckshot onto the bed of nails.
Correct.
When he couldn't hang him the first time, he did the buckshot, hit him on the bed of nails, picked him back up with the chain, beat him up again, and then
he hung him.
And when Mox realized he had nowhere to go,
he tapped out. But if you ask my opinion, John needs some time off. John's been holding his company for 7 months.
He's
been defending this title for 7 months.
If it wasn't every week, it was every other week on Dynamite. He was there wrestling a match and then defending on almost every pay-per-view. So, but again, to me, that's what a champion should be doing. A champion should be on a show every week. You know, he should be, at least if he's not there, he's cutting a promo or he's involved somehow.
So now the new face of AEW.
No, not the new face. He's ushering in a new era, which to me,
a new era, correct.
I like when somebody becomes champion in AEW and they knock off somebody, whether it was a 2-month reign, 3-month reign, 4-month reign, 7 months like Mox, a year like it was Max, a year like it was Kenny, whatever. And they call it a new era because that means they're redefining what you've known. They're taking it and they're putting it back together. They're making it their own. And I thoroughly enjoy when they call it a new era because that means that they're not looking for the same things out of him like they did Moxley.
So now, we only got a few minutes left. So now let's talk about the last match of Saturday night's main event.
The last match was Goldberg and
let's cover that. And then, guys,
I mean, that was the other biggest thing last night was Goldberg. Seth Rollins got hurt also, from what I understand.
Seth is going to be out for a while. He hurt his knee, and that's not a work. That's a real true
Goldberg,
thing. He couldn't even stand up. They had to put him on an ambulance.
If you watch, though, it looked like he landed wrong and twisted his knee.
It
might just be a
No, they said he's out.
It might be a bruise or a sprain. He's going to be out for a little bit, but I don't think it's anything major like it was before.
So
then you had Goldberg and Gunther. And
we can't cover everything today, guys.
So Goldberg obviously had his walkout entrance, and this in 2025, this was never on my fucking bingo card.
He had
the most iconic security guard in WCW history, Mr. Doug Dillinger, walking him out to the ring on WWE programming 30 some odd years later.
Correct.
And in his entourage was
Chuck Zito.
Well, was Doug Dillinger number 1, Ernest the Cat Miller, Chuck Zito,
his son,
another guy who I don't know, and in the back behind Ernest was a face that not a lot of people in WWE would recognize. He was a big time person in the fight game.
Chris, what's up, man?
Between the fight game and pro wrestling and working in Japan and training kids in Japan, that wasn't on my bingo card, him being on WWE programming either.
Also,
and in the back, you know who that was, right?
Who? I didn't even see
In the
it.
back behind Ernest?
Who?
That was the War Master.
Was it?
That was Josh Barnett.
Okay, so
Behind
now,
Ernest, the tall guy with the reddish hair, that was Josh Barnett. Him and Chuck Zito and Doug Dillinger were not on my bingo card
so now
for 2025 to be on WWE
here,
programming.
In the crowd. Now, mind you, in the crowd, Diamond Dallas Page.
Yes. Well,
you had Diamond Dallas Page. You had most of the WCW staff because.
Well, remember, you're in Atlanta. I mean, realistically, yes, Charlotte and the Carolinas were big for Turner, but Atlanta was Turner. Atlanta center stage and the Omni in Atlanta and the Omni in Charlotte were all Turner hotspots for WCW.
Just so y'all know, Goldberg lost. He has never lost a match in Atlanta.
Which I kind of was hoping they would.
I was hoping he would have held the title at least till Monday, and then just
he could have dropped it in Atlanta and said, "I'm done. I won."
So
because that's where he won his first.
After he did,
people don't know that's where he won his first world title was Atlanta.
After he did his interview, and he thanked everybody, he said, "Number one,
I'm smoking the new street meat from St. Louis."
Show that to him, Joe.
And then he's smoking from our guest a couple of weeks back. He's smoking the El Galán cigars, Dana Nieves Sentimiento.
So Goldberg said, and quote me on this, there will never ever be another Goldberg. And then he pulled his son up and said, except this guy.
Now
mind you, he's been training.
Well, not only that, too, with this NIL deal, man, the NIL makes things interesting. It really does, because think about it. I think the NIL was what, last year they just started that, the year before. So if you think about it, you know, right now on the NIL roster, you have a legacy in just the Steiner alone with Scott's kid. Think about if and this has already been tossed around because they've already both said that they would do it. You know, when he comes in, putting in
Hector, thank you, Hector. I appreciate you, my brother.
That.
Thanks, Theo.
When he comes in, you know, putting Scott Steiner's son and Braun Breaker, who's Rick Steiner's son, putting them together.
Correct.
And letting them be the Steiner cousins or the Steiner whatever, however they're going to do it. You know, that NIL really just makes things interesting because think about it, you know, Goldberg's son, they could put him on an NIL deal. I don't know if he is yet.
Now, but mind you, I think they have Road Warrior's son on an NIL deal. I was reading something today.
Who?
He played for the Rams. He had 825 tackles, 135.
They tried to get him to come in. He won't do it. But he's not on an NIL deal because he was a pro player. NIL is only college. NIL is college players.
So don't be surprised if you see Goldberg's son. But Goldberg said,
did you see he's got what Gage finally did?
What?
He took over his dad's tattoo.
Yes.
But if you notice, Braun Breaker has one too.
Yes.
And they asked him, how does Braun have one? Because obviously we all know Goldberg and Scott are very good friends.
Right.
And he said, I've been like an uncle to Braun since we were kids.
So now,
Rick and Goldberg are very good friends. And he's been like an uncle to Braun since they were kids. So yes, obviously he's going to have one.
What is our next match? I'm working on that now.
I'm working on a few things.
So the thing is this. Goldberg said he's not saying goodbye.
It's see you later.
He said he's working on other things and be prepared because I know Chucky Zito very well. And if he's hanging out with Chucky Zito, there's a lot of good things going to happen.
Not only that, I mean, really, you can retire, but nobody's ever really finished. He might make
Yeah,
an
buddy.
appearance.
Thank you.
He might make an appearance in a Rumble match somewhere else. You know, there's so many places he can make an appearance, and I don't think he's done. But people are saying, "Oh, he looked winded. He looked gassed." He's hitting almost 60. But like somebody else said,
Nah, Goldberg ain't that old.
yeah, he is. Absolutely, he is. Goldberg's got to be about 60, or damn near pushing it. What you got to look at too, though, is people are saying,
He's born in 66.
yeah, so he's pushing 60.
It's 58.
He's pushing 60.
It's 58.
He's pushing 60.
He's only 58, guys.
You're almost pushing 62.
Motherfucker, I'm only 55.
That's almost pushing 60.
No, motherfucker, it's not almost pushing 60, motherfucker. I'm
But
fucking 25 years old, bitches.
What people said is he looked gassed, he looked winded. But the thing that they have to realize is the people that are saying
We're looking
that,
for.
the people that are saying that are the people that would kill to have Goldberg's physique at that age.
Oh shit! Look at me, motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't have that physique.
Look
Try
at me,
again.
motherfucker. Look at that muscle.
No, you don't have.
Look at that fucking muscle right there.
You
See
don't-
that fucking muscle?
You don't.
Ah, still whip some ass,
You don't-
boy.
you don't
Stop.
have-
Stop,
You don't have
son.
Goldberg's physique. Try
Well,
again
guys,
next time.
listen. It's 12:25. It's been a great Sunday. It's been a great fun day. Check with us next week. I don't know who our guest is. He does, not me.
We will be in.
Look, Uncle Hector said.
Yeah, I
your
see
next-
that. I see that.
No, you missed it.
I didn't miss it. I put it up. So next week we have Lampert Cigars coming on. They'll be on with us next week. I'm gonna hit them up today and ask them if there's any specific pictures they want us to use, whatever. Get that from them, and then they'll be on next week. And then after that, I'm not sure who else. We're working on a couple of guests. You got to reach back out. I don't know if we're gonna be there. I might. It's gonna depend on work or not. I don't know.
I don't know, Chris.
It's a possibility. I'm not sure yet. We were asked if we were gonna come. So we'll keep everybody updated, but be on the lookout. Probably
We got
I'm
some
hoping-
things in the works.
I'm hoping by the end of the summer, if not early fall, you'll be seeing some Turnbuckles and Stogies events going on. So keep an eye out for those because I've already put bugs in people's ear about it. I'm supposed to be there for that one. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I won't be there.
I'm supposed to be there for that one.
I can't come.
I was personally asked by somebody to be there.
Let me guess, Downtown Rick.
No, it wasn't him.
He asked me to come too.
I
I
was-
can go. It's a free fucking shot.
I was asked to come down there. I got to see though. It's gonna really depend.
When is that, Chris? When is that?
I have it. I'll give you the dates. I just don't feel like driving.
We ain't got to drive. We'll jump on the train. It's right
I'd
there.
rather not drive. I'd rather not even take the fucking train.
We'll take the train, get off, and we'll fucking walk.
Well, yeah, because it's right by the garden.
Yeah. So, guys, on
Nah,
that note,
he might come. I don't know yet. We'll see. So
correct. I got you, Chris. We'll talk. Chris, send me a DM, Chris. Guys, it's been fun. It's another Sunday fun day.
we'll see you guys.
Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Check us out next week and all your streaming platforms. Peace, bitches.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.